So, as I mentioned at the beginning, our applications, our own applications, our clients are built on the Acoer platform. We have many different features within that, and we continue to evolve those and build on them. Many of you guys have heard of our work with blockchain and using Hedera specifically. We try as much as it makes sense, not in every case, but most cases, to provide a public ledger means of transparency and verification of transactions, and in particular to show authenticity of the data. Is this data real? Is this the latest version? Was it consented by the patient? Those kind of scenarios. But as you can see, there's many more things. There are many more things within our platform. Today, really, we're going to be focusing between myself and then soon Duran from the CEO at control plane, as well as our own Ade. We're going to focus on the infrastructure layer and how we manage our servers, our nodes, and accomplish this multi-cloud deployment of this quite sophisticated platform. As you can see, also, there's some examples of work that we've done. We have multiple nodes that we've deployed for one of our services, RightHash. This is one of our applications, and this is one of our clients already, and a little bit more about them later. So we were fortunate that one of our clients, as well as myself and Acoer, were showcased by Coinbase earlier this summer. And here's, just very quickly, here's a video that talks about what our client, the state of Alabama, has received from our solution, and in particular the blockchain verifiability as well.
Hi, I'm Brandy McCluskey. I'm a forensic pathologist, and I serve as an associate coroner medical examiner in Alabama. We're primarily a coroner-based state, and a lot of coroners do not have sophisticated data systems. Many of them are still using paper and pencil, some with Excel spreadsheets. If you go the traditional route, then all of the health statistics take at minimum 6 months, but definitely a year or so before you really can get good aggregate information about vital health statistics. The blockchain technology allowed us to push our information out in real time. It's queryable, it's verified. I know it's secure. Now researchers can access information within a time frame that can actually save lives.
So as Dr. McCluskey was mentioning, we do use blockchain. However, really the nuts and bolts of what she was describing is this application that we call Health Data Explorer. I'm going to briefly walk through this and just actually have this video play in the background. But really the main takeaway here is that this is an application for public health reporting, and it's very much built on the basis of technologies that we have within the Acoer platform. In this case, as you can see, we're taking data, and in real time, we're mapping it to a FHIR profile, which is a structure. We're identifying exceptions. And then also in the meantime, that there are, as you can see, we're also doing verification and what we call data stamping of those transactions on a public ledger. So as we go through this demo, you'll see, for instance, tapping into this, the data within this workspace. We have case information, and this is a death certificate as an example. And we're able to show quite unintrusively where the data has been cryptographically verified without needing to know anything about keys or wallets or any of the details of a blockchain. It's all really happening by us proactively. Also, and more importantly to our users, the ability to be able to get real value from the data, such as different graphs and charts, in this case, geocoding with law enforcement information, the actual case information, and so on. And all of that really is what the users actually care about, because that is information that allows them to do their job better, and they're able to navigate this. As you can see, there's, depending on which workspace you're in, there's different charts that are available, depending on what kind of data was there. And then finally, there are many features, but this is, again, just showing the transparency of transactions. In this case, for the demo, we picked a transaction at random, and we're just going to go into a public ledger. This is a blockchain ledger, and just prove that that transaction really did that was recorded and does appear on the ledger. And this information here is all what we call the cryptographic payload, but effectively it shows a public transparency of the transaction. So with that being said, oops, I skipped one slide. With that being said, we also we have a number of different types of applications and use cases that we have built, all of which really is built on this infrastructure that we are going to be delving into with our partner Control Plane in a second, as well as Ade, our engineering lead. But the examples include accessing in an ethical and consented way, accessing patient health records, potentially providing them incentives for doing so, as well as improving patient recruitment and ultimately, in our case, orphan drug development for novel clinical research, such as various forms of cancer. In terms of clinical research, we also work with clinical researchers and really help support decentralized clinical research, as well as providing higher quality and certainly consented data sets in an anonymized, aggregate way that help clinical researchers with what they're doing. You saw in the examples a number of different charts and data visualizations. That's really core to the way we believe health data can be consumed and can be made to be consumed easily by the users, and very much part of just about every application we have built. You saw the example with the Health Data Explorer for public health reporting. And then also our most recent example is working in this area of occupational health with one of our clients, basically building employee-centered risk assessments online, doing blockchain verification of those assessments, and then eventually doing compliant reporting to different reporting agencies and governments such as OSHA.